Here we go, everybody. The last game of the day. Best of 5, Sub-Zero versus Sola in the very first ever Com2us USA Invitational, folks. Let's hear it in chat. Who's gonna win? I want to see some excitement because, man, I'm feeling it, Stoic. I'm excited. I'm not even playing and my palms are sweaty.
This is a great matchup. It really is. So very excited to see these two here in this final. Well deserved. They have put their time in, not just in the game, not just behind the caster's desk. But they're here and they're ready to throw down. So we got the pre-bans locking in. Sola with the first pick. We'll see what kind of homework they're doing on each other. I wonder if we're gonna get one of those matches where they're just like super friendly and like throw something down for fun. But we'll see.
Sola seemed to take that pre-ban really seriously. I don't know what happened there. But Sola looked like he pre-banned something, or maybe saw the pre-ban and then it didn't go as well as he thought. You know, it's like the. Well, we'll see what happens here, but he knows something that we're not privy to right now.
Yeah, so obviously Vanessa playing a very big part in a lot of Sola's drafts here. I love the Banana. Like, for me, this is like one of those callbacks. Like, I'm going to take a Banana here. It's like, no, you wouldn't take Banana in the first match.
Oh,
Flash,
my God.
I love it. They're friendly. This is, I love these kind of interactions here. Takes it back. Chandra is a first pick, 24 speed lead, super solid.
I know it's so cute. I implore you guys in chat too, by the way. If you haven't seen a Manananan cleave in RTA, you should absolutely go see it. Like that should be the next video you watch on YouTube after this. It's just a compilation of RTA replays featuring Manananan and some attack buff monsters, you know, and like a Woolyoung and like a Rauk, you know, and that is just so satisfying to watch. Maybe it's not a tournament level team, Stoic, but it is fun to watch.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. I don't know if you would take it into a tournament either, but it is fun to watch here. So we've got Sub-Zero, it's Shizuka, it's Ciara. We've got a 24 speed lead, both players locking in. I'm expecting some very well-rounded drafts from both players, yeah.
Yeah, and we're seeing staples return back again, right? We've got the Chandra and the Miles over on the side of Sola. We got the Shizuka and the Ciara making it back for Sub-Zero. Again, this is really cool, Stoic. It feels like it's been a long time since we've gotten to see Sub-Zero play. It's only been a week, but that feels long. Whoa.
There's no way he's drafting that.
And Ariana, I don't think so. What? No way.
The self-proclaimed worst LD Nat 5 in the entire game?
That's so, oh my God. If this, please, I would love for this to work out, Stoic. But we had that conversation on stream with chat and Thompson. We were trying to decide, like, figure out what is the bottom, you know? And it's like, and that's what they decided on. That's what we decided.
So it's like, Evan, what does it do? Because to my knowledge, the light pudding princess just picks itself up and puts it into the trash can for you. That's skill 1, 2, and 3.
It can revive. I believe it gives cooldowns back as well, or it can also give invincibility. So it's one of those flexible skill 3s that can be used on a unit, whether it's alive or passed away. You can either bring it back or you can reinforce its position there, which, when used in tandem with something like a Federica, like we're seeing here, kind of a cool combo.
Sure. I really hope we get to see a cool combo here with Sub-Zero's draft. You know, how do we not give credit to having a Sonya and a Wada Siri on the other side of the field? Like, we're showcasing damage, we're showcasing threat. There's only one speed lead though for Soda. So yeah, you know what? Like, we're basically in similar realms right now. And it's all about who's going to be faster. So we do know Sub-Zero for being fast, well-rounded, well-runed. Is he going to be faster than Sola? Because both speed leads are going to be banned out here. So we have an Ethna taking turn 1, or do we have a Sonya Water Series taking turn 1, or a Miles turn 1? Like, the options are on the table.
No speed lead with this comp is crazy. Before we see the turn 1, I just want to shout out Chewies is in chat right now. If you don't already follow him, go ahead and do so. Great games, man. It was such a pleasure to watch you play. Loved the comp, dude. Here we go, Stoic. Turn 1 with Ethna.
Yep, so Ethna is going to be the faster unit here, much faster than Miles and the Sonya. Almost finishing off the Sonya here with that Ethna. So, but we are going to see a lot of damage coming out of this Water Series too. I believe it's a lot of damage. It
auto crits, and it auto crits as long as she's faster, and if you're slower, you can't crit her. So that's a pretty big payoff for this unit. But right now, there was not as much pressure as Sola would have liked coming out of his team right now. So Sub is definitely ahead.
Definitely is ahead. Let's
She's
see
getting
this.
a turn. Let's see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
no,
go. Huge, absolutely huge. Not that any other unit could have done what that unit did in this moment at all. So defense break sitting across units looking super good right now for Sub-Zero. He can even use a skill too to then do the role of that light pudding princess that other units could have been in that spot.
Here's what I'll say though, you know, it's like I know I'm dogging on it quite a bit, but I do like that he's kind of doubled down on the cooldown time reduction between Shizuka and her. He's got a little bit of sustain that could be the differentiating factor here. Like there's some very cool synergy going on with Sub, and he might have found himself in one of the very niche positions where he can actually use the light pudding princess. Ariana, well played. Sub takes game 1.
You know, so that small window that I think the Ariana was being used in, like, yeah, like I'm saying in kind of joking about, like, you can use anything else to fill that exact same role as the light pudding princess. If you did, could that unit, because of it being a much better unit, get banned out? And now he doesn't have to worry about that unit in that position of what he's trying to use it for, not get banned out because it's a Ariana. Like, like maybe that's like the mind game, you know?
Yeah. Oh, also, I think I said that it puts immunity. It actually puts endure. Or I'm sorry, I think I said it puts invincibility. It puts immunity and endure on the target, not invincibility. But it's still cool. It still resets the cooldown time. So it doubles down. I just fact-checked myself on the side here right now.
Yeah, well, here we go. New pre-bans getting locked in. I believe Sola has the first pick here. No, Sub-Zero does. Oh, that is hilarious.
Sub is laughing. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
I love it when you can see like tournament competitors that are familiar with each other's boxes and play style, and you can see them communicate in ways like that, right? Like that was really cute.
Let's see what he takes here. Like, does he take the Vanessa away this time? Like, I think Sub could take a Vanessa. I bet he has a Vanessa ruined up to take it away from Sola.
Yeah.
I think that would be super fine.
It would also be mean though, and he was basically just handed a no pre-ban in a certain line of thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Someone Ultra Deathlord called it a trauma ban. Yeah, because that was the most dramatic thing. That's funny. All right, Sola's going with the tried and true. The Miles, the Vanessa. More speed equals more ignore defense for Miles, and the less caring about elemental disadvantage. Miles famously and secretly element neutral.
Yep, exactly. So let's see what Sub's going to be taking for the rest of it. Well, for the second part of his draft here after locking in 24 speed lead, Ciara. Oh my God, there it is. Big damage going to be happening here with that Nasha. And of course, that team up ability coming from the deck, Nekuzo.
Yeah, there's a pairing that I had forgotten about in the week in between. You know, so Sub was bringing some really fun stuff, and it's cool to see it make a return. How does Solo respond here? He's locked in to this pick ban phase.
He is. I don't know. So that's big damage. So I would assume you're just gonna favor some bruisers here, and that's what he's gonna do. So we're gonna see the Juno, the Wind Monkey King come out, and then I think Sub just brings more enablers, whether they're attack by gain or maybe even just trying to protect his team a little bit, because I think he has enough threat here that he's not going to be showcasing any more threat, but something to enable his team as like a security purpose.
Yeah, I love the Wind Monkey King. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Wow, Sub going all in on the aggression right now. You know, the Dark Nezuko has a cleanse as well, so she can kind of help out. There's not too much sustain, but there's what I'll call artificial sustain with like temporary cleanse, bringing stuff back with Shizuka as well. Sola's got a lot riding on this last pick here. But again, Sub-Zero, not at game point. This is a best of 5. So, you know, Sola's got to think, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go his way this time.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to know if this Shizuka is built on anti-Sonya, because that's the only thing is like, so there's no response to the Shizuka right now on Sola's side of the field, minus Juno. But is Juno that good of a response when you have a Nasha and you have a Molong on the other side? I don't know. Is the Shizuka anti-Sonya? And I would love to hear that it is, and I think that would kind of put a damper on things for Sola. But if it is not, I think we're going to be seeing a dead Shizuka to a Sonya, because there's no true answer. Or he might just go with the tried and true Ciara 100% killed by Sonya.
Let's see, because I think the Narf is going to move in between here. She rezzed it. So, and that pushes her back just far enough so that she doesn't cut in.
Holy tanky. That is a tanky CR. CR stays alive.
And now Sub-Zero's like caught in this position. He's thinking like, what do I do? Like, he opts to put it on the Juno of all things, which is a cool idea. It is going to give like lessened results because it's going to let the Juno heal a little bit. He's going all in on trying to kill this Juno. And Narsha is going to be able to clean this up as long as she crits.
Exactly. So I was saying that before, where I didn't think Juno was going to be too much of a problem when you're showcasing units like Narsha. Or even that Mo Long that had got banned out to eliminate that Juno from the field. So bomb's going to be landing across the field, and that's going to be it for Juno. So ton of damage coming Sola's way right now. I think he really needed to kill the Ciara. Ciara needed to get one-shot by that Sonya because Sonya's going to be in a lot of trouble very soon when Narsha starts attacking her direction.
What a smart red assessment from Sub-Zero. The way that he took down the Juno early so that way it couldn't intercept the Shizuka's buffs like later down the line. Because it was definitely going to be a thorn in his side for the rest of the game if he didn't take it out that early.
Yep, a little bit of damage coming towards the Miles here. More damage coming towards the Niles. Additional turn. Doesn't have that defense break up just yet. Bombs are going off here. If Miles tends to proc, if he does proc, it'd be procking to death here, but does not get additional turn, but it will die to that bomb next turn.
This is, I'm a huge fan of the Wind Monkey King. I've said it so many times already, but this is a lot to ask for. You know, it's like the Wind Monkey King soloing in this situation. That's a lot. We'll see what he can pump out here. You know, we're big advocates for not scooping, but you know, writing might be on the wall.
It just might be. I think he drops the Wind Monkey King, eliminate that unit. No! Just goes directly for the Sonya. Sonya was one shot. So we do have abilities available, so he's going to put the Soul Protection to protect the Nasha, make sure that unit is going to be dying. He gets the dismount now.
A little bit, yeah, exactly. It was like a foreshadowed dismount, and now he's going to scoop for that one. I agree. That was a tough pick ban phase that Sub-Zero brought to the table right now. Like, Sub, who's got very strong control over that game.
Yep. It was Sub-Zero brought gas, man. He brought so much gas to the table, just so much to have to worry about. Like we said about Shizuka, Shizuka was not answered, and the only answer was a semi-answer in the form of Juno, but Sub-Zero had what he needed to get rid of that unit and did so. I do think if Solo was able to take out that Ciara with the Sonya, I think we'd be in a great situation. I would have liked to see a world where he took it into the Shizuka, but maybe he thought if there was a unit that was going to die or a unit that was going to survive, Shizuka survives and Ciara dies. But even the Ciara surviving is a testament to the rune quality behind Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Shizuka voted most likely to survive Sonya snipe in high school. You know, he made a good judge there, but Ciara is just so tanky. And now Sub-Zero's got this tempo, right, where he's suddenly sitting at game point, and Sola is still the one having to adapt and figure out what he's going to bring into the game and change things up. Sub takes the Miles this time.
I like the Miles take. I feel like that kind of puts like Sola on the back foot already when it comes to like these consistent units that he knows he can lock in for certain situations. It's kind of how Miles is. Like, if you don't know what to take but you need something to provide a little bit of damage, Miles is like 99% the unit to just slap in that spot. Yeah,
he's neutral, right? You know, it's like we mentioned earlier that Moore is kind of like that. He doesn't foreshadow what you're doing. He's neutrally good in a lot of situations. Vanessa is the similar way, but Miles differentiates himself in the sense that like he will do damage regardless of what's on the other side. So great take from Sub. Here comes the Ciara, notably the Ciara that presumably the same one that survived the Sonya snipe. So we know that thing's tanky.
Yeah, I'm still not a big fan of Gapsu. We're only showcasing a Juno. Okay, we're showcasing a Juno and a Rakuni. So now I like the Gapsu. I think Gapsu's totally fine. But I do think we need more gas on the side of Sola. So we're getting all these turns to strip and apply branding for what? Is it going to be a Masha potentially coming out of Sola? And if it is a Masha, we're in a world of banning out Miles and eliminating that big threat. I think Masha's amazing right now for Sola.
Masha can take out a lot of what Sub is presenting. Meiho Wang is great too. And the Masha, we get the best of both worlds. Stoic. You know, Meiho Wang can absorb a bomb hit most of the time and he won't get stunned. And then Masha does it kind of in a different way, the way that she applies immunity on herself every turn.
Yeah, we love that Masha for protection from Ciara. and just delivering so much damage in the likes of a Raccoon and Juno. Honestly, everybody who has their Masha out there, damage on fire. If you had an artifact and you had to favor one element, I would probably have it as damage on fire instead of damage on wind. You're going to get those crits on wind no matter what. Get the damage on fire when it comes to Masha. She's so often used to target a lot of these fire units.
Great suggestion. And especially when you draft her into situations where you want to take down a Juno fast.
Yes.
So with the Molong at the end here, are we expecting a ban on that, or do you think it's going to make it through?
So we're letting the Raccoon through 100%. Gapsu does catch the ban. I actually didn't think Gapsu was going to be catching a ban here. And I was thinking, like, maybe you do eliminate the Molong, since it's going to be a little problematic with having a Raccoon and even the Juno on the field. But Miles ended up getting banned out. That's kind of crazy.
It is. Yeah, I guess bringing the Raccoon into it, he didn't want to fuel the Gapsu that much, so he decided to take it out early. I definitely see where he's coming from, but there's so much potential damage on Sola's side. Folks in chat, we have ourselves a potential last game of day 2, especially with bomb hits looking like that. Is Sub-Zero going to take it, or will Sola be able to get a point on the board before it's too late?
So not getting the defense break on the CR is actually devastating for Sola. That's a massive window that he could have taken advantage using this Masha here. So he's going to be boosting up CR. Sub wants to get as many bombs out here as possible, especially a bomb to potentially lock down that Chandra, preventing the hug going out. But the Reckless Assault available goes right onto that the Fire Monkey King, drops the Fire Monkey King there. I don't think we need to use a hug. We just use that skill 3, push our team up here. And now we're looking at Ciara. Oh,
no,
man.
Break. Oh, Sola felt that one. And so did I.
Yeah. That is so he missed the defense break with the Fire Monkey King on the Ciara, missing the defense break with Masha onto the Ciara. That is extremely problematic right now, because that, honestly, in my opinion, I think Ciara should be gone right now, even with the sustained initial turns coming out of the Raccoon. He's kind of rough, but I do think that should have been it for Ciara if he had any of those defense breaks land here.
Yeah, Ciara, there's a world where Ciara might have not been on the south side of the gameplay. So this is just Sola trying his best to survive here and just try to get Masha another round of using the defense break.
Yep, put it into the CR and hope for additional turns here is all he's really looking for. With the bomb, the stuns, keeping back this so much damage onto the Spice. It's so crazy, the quality behind Sub-Zero, because, like, you're thinking to yourself, this Ciara, the bomb damage was immense. The same Ciara that survived a Sonya. The quality behind Sub-Zero is out of this world. If anybody can get a screenshot of Sub-Zero's Ciara, share that over.
I was just about to say that.
So curious.
That's got to be his favorite monster or something, because the rune quality of this thing is just insane. The fact that it's able to do that much damage and survive a Sonya hit with ignore defense, that it puts it in the top echelon. There goes Sub-Zero, takes it 3-0 for the finals of day 2 here at the first ever Com2us USA Invitational, and he is our champion, Stoic.
Wait,